104 games. That's not a typo. The 2026 FIFA World Cup will feature 104 matches. The old record? 64. So somewhere between Qatar 2022 and right now, FIFA looked at the biggest sporting event on the planet and thought, yeah, let's make it 60% bigger. And here's the thing. That decision changes everything. The format, the drama, the chaos. All of it. Let me break down exactly how we got here, and why it actually makes sense once you see the full picture. So let's start at the beginning. For decades, the World Cup had 32 teams, 32 countries, 8 groups of 4. Clean, simple, brutal. You played 3 group games, and if you weren't good enough, you went home. That format gave us 64 matches per tournament. Everyone understood it. Everyone loved it. And then FIFA said, what if we just didn't do that? Starting in 2026, the World Cup expands to 48 teams. 16 more countries get to show up. That sounds great for global football. More nations represented, more stories, more upsets. Here's where it gets interesting though. Adding 16 teams doesn't just add a few extra games. It completely breaks the old format and forces FIFA to rebuild it from scratch. Here's how the new structure works. 48 teams get split into 12 groups. 12 instead of 8. Each group has 4 teams, same as before. But now, only 3 groups of 4 can fit neatly. Wait, actually, 12 groups of 4 is 48. That works. Each team still plays 3 group games. So 48 teams, 3 games each. That's already 144 individual match slots. But obviously teams play against each other, so you divide by 2. That gives you 72 group stage games alone. 72. The old World Cup had only 48 group stage games total. And we're not done. After the groups, the top 2 from every group advance automatically. That's 24 teams. But wait, 12 groups, 2 teams each. That's only 24. The old round of 16 had 16 teams. So FIFA needed a solution. Their answer was to also take the 8 best third-place finishers and send them through as well. 24 plus 8 equals 32 teams entering the knockout rounds. Now you have a proper round of 32, which is a round that has literally never existed in World Cup history until now. So count it up. 72 group stage games, then 16 games in the round of 32, 8 games in the round of 16, 4 quarterfinals, 2 semifinals, a third-place playoff, and 1 final. Add all of that together, and you land on exactly 104 matches. Over the course of about a month, across 3 countries, the USA, Canada, and Mexico, sharing host duties for the first time ever. In theory, this sounds like chaos. In practice, it might be the most football ever crammed into a single tournament in history. Now here's the part people don't think about. More games means more of everything. More moments, more upsets, more smaller nations getting exposure. A team from a tiny football nation doesn't just show up and get knocked out in 3 games anymore. They have a real shot at reaching a knockout round. And when underdogs survive into the last 32, suddenly millions of new fans are watching football for the first time. That's the argument FIFA is making. And honestly, it's not a bad one. But here's the honest counter. More games also means more tired players, more scheduling pressure, more average matches diluting the drama of the truly great ones. When everything is high stakes, nothing feels high stakes. That's the risk. The old 64-game format was ruthless for a reason. Every match meant something immediately. Whether 104 games can maintain that same urgency, that's the real question nobody knows the answer to yet. So when someone asks you why the 2026 World Cup has 104 games, now you know. It's not random. It's a complete rebuild of a system that worked for decades, scaled up to fit a world that loves football more than ever. Whether it's brilliant or bloated, we're about to find out together. And if you want to understand every other weird rule, format, and decision that makes this tournament unlike anything before it, make sure you're subscribed, because we're covering all of it.